Now? Johnny loves bits where we go, what's
live?
What's happening? Anyway, okay. Mega64, the stroke of Vidnight. That's right. March 21st, Friday, March 21st, there will be, take two.
Damn.
Interactive
Mega64, the stroke of Vidnight. A new live event happening Friday, March 21st. Come join us here at Mega64 HQ, where we're going to stay up late and make videos, as many videos as we can in one night, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We have a long, old tradition where back in the day at the Mega64 studios,
the old one, I think,
yes,
right? Yeah.
We would gather together and sometimes stay up late at night, just make videos for our personal channels. Like, hey, I have a 30-second idea.
Mm-hmm.
Who's around?
It's been years. We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah.
And we were like, it's about time. And this time, let's invite the audience. So join us Friday, March 21st, starting at 4 p.m. Pacific.
It's going to be super fun.
And join us as live in real time, we make and film a whole bunch of videos.
And you can see what went into making those original ones. Because I mean, there's some on my personal channel. It's like, I just want to be on a ball on a green screen and call it the roller. And that's it. Like, there's no reason for this. But This random shit that comes into your head at 3 a.m.
I think about, my pole polishing practice video.
What was that one?
It's just me in some costume we had rubbing a piece of pipe on the green screen.
Just a piece of it.
So look forward to stuff like that Friday, March 21st.
We're really selling it.
No, it's
gonna
going to be fun.
It's gonna be a good time.
There's going to be plenty of pipe polishing, I promise.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what we really want to talk about today is, listen, huge news this week. Death Stranding 2, they announced all kinds of stuff for it. They announced, little did we know, it's coming out 3 months from now.
What?
Yo.
Very exciting.
That's crazy.
We're going to talk in a little bit about our reactions to this 10-minute mega trailer that came out. A lot of people have been asking, specifically Garrett, you and me. I keep getting messages like, I want to hear you and Garrett and your talk on what it's all about.
I'm getting those too, yeah.
And it was only mentioning you and me. So
What?
Sean's going to sit that one out. I don't know who this is. They're out.
Oh, come on.
I'm Derek.
Derek, sorry, is going to sit this one out. But anyway, we're going to talk about that. But it got me thinking about when that original Death Stranding came out and how addicted to that I was. It was like every time I went home to play it, it was like a Zen experience, and I wanted to just live in that world. It was so calming to me until those ghost guys showed up. But that's another story.
Yeah.
So that spun into today. We're going to talk about video game addictions that we've had where it was like, I can't stop playing this. It's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
We all, once this discussion started going, we all had something to bring to the table. So we're going to talk about that today. Get ready for my strange video game addiction. That's the new title of this podcast.
Oh.
Brought to you by The Learning Channel.
Brought to you by The Learning Channel.
And
Brought to you by Tenga.
Tenga.
Our sponsor,
Correct.
Tenga, who one of the best sponsors of all time, because let me tell you, this plug is for adults only. So, if you're watching this in a preschool class, turn the monitor off, teachers, because let me tell you, if you're an adult, you're going to want to go to Tenga. They got stuff that are going to make you feel just right.
Yeah. Someone's getting plugged.
Please.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Something's getting plugged for sure.
Definitely
in multiple
Tenga.
ways. And they're going to please, and you can please yourself the way you've always wanted to. Let me tell you, they're from Japan. They know how to do it right. I went there. I visited the headquarters. And I verified. And I said, let me test this.
Did they please you there?
I tested. Oh, no. All me.
Yeah.
Oh, you pleased
I
yourself.
said, they brought me into the boardroom. I said that, and that. And I came back 5 minutes later.
Okay.
And said,
All
yep,
right.
they work.
He was honest.
I can handle this solo.
So,
Free solo.
So in all seriousness, if you want something from Tenga in Japan, they're the best. usstore.tenga.co/mega64pod /mega64. I've managed to screw that URL
You really
up every
have.
time,
Yeah.
but it's in the info of the YouTube.
It's like me reading shit. You can't. What's wrong? Let me get a crack at it.
Okay.
Give him a shot.
usstore.tenga.co/mega64.
I think I could do better than that.
Fuck
Hold on, Let me
off.
have a shot at this here.
Okay.
http
No.
//ussstore.tenga.co/ Mega64. Get it before the tariffs.
USS Store?
Yeah, that's not.
That's-
We're not in the
USS
USSR.
not it.
USS Store. It's just US Store.
That's our new battle cruiser,
fuck.
the USS Store.
Meg, do you want to give it a
US.
shot?
That was the worst
You're right.
one. Meg, you give it a
Oh,
shot.
Go
okay.
ahead, Meg.
All
I
right.
fucked that up. Sorry, guys. That's on me.
usstore.tanga.co/mega64.
Yep, that's
Go
how
there.
you do it.
That's how you do
How
it.
you do it.
That's how you do
Yeah,
it.
in concrete. That's
She's
the way to do it.
literate.
She can do it.
Your
So-
dad
And you can do it too.
You can do
Do it to yourself.
So, anyway, games we've been addicted to. I do want to talk about the Death Stranding stuff,
Okay.
but theme song.
Okay.
Hey, so we lost a host during that, so now it's Death Stranding talk. Now, what happened?
Oh my God.
What the fuck
That's
are you
not how
doing?
you come into this.
What just happened?
To make it time?
No.
No, absolutely not.
You were kind of.
What happened?
You were close.
Did you
dude.
not make it to the restroom? What happened?
I just realized I've had really bad headaches. I should get some Advil before we do the whole podcast.
Did you wash
So
your
you got to
hands?
raw dog
I
it.
wash my hands.
Yeah, yeah.
But what?
You went into the kitchenette with filthy, dirty hands
What
to
are you
go
talking about?
get Advils. I reach into that Advil container too.
I dumped it. I dumped it.
Okay, all right.
I'll stick with that water. It's fine.
You mean you dumped the?
Do you
Ew.
still get a lot of headaches?
Gone.
Do you
Yes.
get a lot of headaches?
I do. Not as much as I used to.
Okay.
And
Because
migraines.
you get vitamin D now,
Vitamin
right?
D.
You found
Vitamin
that
D
out.
helped, right?
Yeah. I did my physical. Fun.
Okay.
But I got my vitamin D results,
Yeah.
and I was lower, but I was in the green, which I was in the red before. So
Yeah.
Ooh.
the
It's
taking the pills are
working.
working. Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
But I still get headaches for sure.
What if
I
you
was just
double
curious.
up, do some sun exposure,
The sun, that doesn't matter. They said
and
Yeah, it's
the-
not-
my
it's not
body
absorbing
cannot absorb it. It doesn't absorb
shit,
it.
dude.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Come on.
What's wrong with your skin?
I don't know.
Probably the same problem I have.
Yeah, you don't absorb it. You
I'm,
just burn.
I'm white.
Yeah.
I just,
He's burned
I
like
just burn.
Crazy.
Man, we've exposed your
I've been exposed.
we've exposed your skin to the sun far too long
Yeah.
on film shoots.
Yeah,
I'm
which is
scared.
15 minutes.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
it's like
literally.
why is Meg red?
I think I'm secretly albino. Maybe.
Yeah?
I don't know.
It really was wild. We filmed that one cemetery scene one
Yeah.
in
Right.
for version
That's
4.
that's the one.
And it was like the quickest shoot. Like,
Yeah.
and then Meg helped us, and then we went inside, and Meg was a different color.
It's like, what happened?
We were like, oh, we were just out there for a
Zoidberg.
minute. She's like, I know, I'm burning.
it's
Like, oh.
I don't get it because we've done the DBZ shoots and we've been outside literally all day and I've been pretty okay with that.
Yeah.
But then that cemetery one for some reason,
You pissed off the spirits.
I
Yeah.
guess
You're doing something
Yeah.
to upset the
I did
dead.
something evil.
You're
there.
supposed to laugh.
True.
You're supposed to laugh.
not
That's true.
burn.
Not burn.
Well,
Anyways.
Anyway,
Sorry.
so
Back to our strange
again, there was a
addictions.
bunch of Death Stranding news, and it just reminded me of when the first one came out.
because that's always what I get addicted to. It seems it's Hideo's games.
yes.
I would, for you, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
especially
you say that?
did you played the Phantom Pain? Did you play the Phantom Pain?
Oh, yeah.
Garrett
Did I
was
show you this tattoo?
playing the Phantom Pain. It was like a decade after the game came out, and it was like, oh, what are you gonna play on PS5 when it comes out? Oh, probably Phantom Pain. It's like, oh, I think you've 100%ed that a couple times at this point.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone play anything. It's almost as if
You've
Garrett,
never seen anyone play anything?
that much. It's
Oh.
almost as if Garrett only owned one game. That was it.
Well, I definitely was getting my money's worth.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got your
Yeah.
money's worth.
Yeah, I got my $60 worth.
You know what though? I'm going to confront you on that. I mean, not a bad
Sure,
thing, but
sure,
I
yeah,
will
yeah.
say, people out there have watched Mega64 maybe for a long time. You see us evolve over the years, things like that. I feel like I've seen evolution in you, Garrett,
Okay. Ooh.
where we would see movies and it's 3.5 hours. Ah, yeah, get my money's worth.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I'm seeing you go like, too
totally.
long.
Yeah.
Too long.
I've reversed my stance on getting your money's worth.
All right.
I would much rather have a tight 90-minute movie
Yeah.
I don't have the time I used to.
See, I
It
felt,
is what it is.
I remember feeling a great rift between us when we both saw Benjamin Button.
Oh,
And I remember reaching a point where I was going, yeah, I know, he's getting younger. I get it. Ugh. And you were going like,
Brad
go
Pitt.
slower.
Hour 3.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah. And
He
I
was
like,
on a
okay.
motorcycle. He was sexy. He was fucking
I just wanted him to stay old.
driving grandma around on the back and shit.
I wish they would have Benjamin Button. He just would have stayed old. Like he's just old baby the whole movie.
Yeah.
He's getting younger. Now I've seen a young dude do stuff.
Yeah.
I want to see the
I've
old
seen
guy
sports.
do shit. Yeah.
I watch TV.
I want to see an old guy in kindergarten.
I was hoping the way that they
Irving Zisman.
the way
style.
that they that split kind of it's unbreakable. I was hoping they would do that with grumpy old men.
Okay.
Like
Walter
Benjamin Button
Matthau.
would be, he's a grumpy old man. Like, I want you to meet my buddy Jack Lemon,
And then they go on fishing.
I want
Yeah.
to meet
I want
my
you to go fishing.
Jack Lemon.
Jack
Here
Lemon.
he is.
Yeah.
Oh, hi guys, it's me, Jack Lemon.
And then it becomes Lemon Party.
no.
Anyway.
No.
Okay, so but yeah, anyway, going back to whatever, you played Phantom Pain
I was
a
thinking
ton.
so you think about
It wasn't a problem though, guys.
it was.
It wasn't.
And I'll venture to say still is a problem.
When was the last time I even booted it up?
when actually, I'm curious, when was the last time?
It wasn't even in 2025. I haven't
really?
even-
We're in March. Yeah, of course not.
Well, that's months. Why you don't play your favorite game at least like once a month?
When was the last time you played though? Was it December of 2024?
I would have to go look on my PlayStation app,
But that's not a no.
but it's
That's not an easy no.
no. I mean, I don't think I've turned it on since like I don't think I've played the Phantom Pain since maybe spring of 2024.
Is it possible
I'll check. Yeah.
to get the hour played time?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah, but so I did something with that game that broke the play clock.
Oh, because you went
essentially.
over the 999 hours. Or
No.
whatever the fuck.
No.
God.
The counter got up into the thousands of hours, but that's because I would farm resources by leaving it on while I was at work all day. And I did this for months.
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
going over to your house
Yeah.
and you would have your character in the back of the truck just driving around.
Yeah.
And it was just playing all fucking day.
Yeah, dude. I was like very into forums and Reddit threads for the Phantom Pain and learning all the little tips and tricks to like farm GMP and resources for your
Yeah.
mother base while you were away. So yeah, I had like a rubber band hooked up on the analog stick.
Oh my God.
Pushing crouch down or however I did it, I can't remember. And then I would get in the back of a truck and let that truck make rounds between two different
Yeah.
bases. And every time you would go to a new base, it would load, thus resetting your internal mother base clock, thus giving you like flame resources
Yeah.
and money and
So
So the clock is broken because I did that I did it for months.
yeah, but what does it say though?
I'll look right
what
now. It's going to take me a while.
That's
but-
Yeah, look that up. I was just gonna say I didn't have an addiction to that game outside of like the radius of when it came out. But I will say for the week after it came out, it came out, if you remember, during PAX weekend 2015 or
yeah.
whatever.
Okay.
And I was so excited to get back and play it. And then I got back from PAX so sick. I was so sick.
Oh.
But then I was like, well, you kind of could play this, And I was out that whole week. And
Oh.
I milked it. I gotta say.
Good week to be out.
No, I mean, like, I took advantage of the time. I
Yeah.
was waking up, playing it it's like 6 a.m. I got to go to bed and went to bed. Like, it was like days gone to that game.
Oh my God.
And I had, like, by the end of that week, I had 150 hours
Jeez.
easily.
Now,
And so that was a short-term addiction, but for that week, it was like, I can't do nothing. I can't do anything else. But I also was sick, so I had an excuse.
it's yes.
So I didn't like play it. See, you guys say I was addicted to that game.
Uh-huh.
I didn't play it outright like 24/7 and miss work and stuff like Rocco's saying.
I hear you.
When it came out, like I remember being at PAX and coming home and be like, okay, I'm home. Let's start it. And like I took my time. I think I didn't beat it for a year and a half.
Yeah.
As far as like get the ending.
I know you were looking for everything.
I dragged it out, right? You know, but I played it at a normal pace. I
Yeah.
just didn't play other games.
That's not.
And what you're saying is that like, well, you played it too long because I was playing it still like last year in 2024, and
Well, my point
it's
is
a 2015
even-
game.
You're saying that the counter's wrong because you went to work while it was on. That means you were still playing it. Like you were still doing things.
You're
to
counting
have-
that?
Yeah, I am, because you purposely set that up to play the game even when you couldn't. The game was being
Yeah.
played.
It was being played.
It was still being played
I-
even though you weren't there watching.
by
think
my
you were-
PlayStation.
Yeah, I think you were addicted to it. But yeah,
I would not say because I honestly didn't start leaving the game on at work until like I don't know, like 4 or 5 years after the game was. I played the game for like the first year and a half
yeah.
in my leisure time, mostly on weekends,
Mm.
and then I finally beat it, and then it was like, okay, all the shit I missed. Let me enjoy this instead of playing like some new fucking Last of Us 2 remaster remake. Like I have
Yeah.
the Last of Us 2. I'm not everything that was coming out past 2015
Hmm.
was like not for me.
I'm not saying
So
you
that
had to buy a
game-
new game.
But you're saying that I was addicted.
I'm saying everything that you've said to prove that you're not addicted makes me think you're
I
way
haven't
more
played
addicted
it-
than I thought.
I haven't played it in months, in over 9-10 months.
I
I'm
can
gonna
stop
give
drinking
you-
anytime.
I'm going to give you a real, but I've stopped playing for 10 months.
Yeah.
But I was playing on the regular just because it's such a good piece of
And which
software.
is fine. Which is, I mean, I'm glad you. I mean, again, $60.
Yeah.
And if you calculate how much money you spent for the hours of enjoyment you
Well,
got, it.
I'm sorry. I do own it on like 4 systems.
Okay.
So that's like,
Not- not beating
$60
those
times
allegations.
4.
times. Yeah.
I
Shit.
did get it. I got it on Steam Deck,
Yeah.
and it runs so good on there, and it did reignite. Again, after I played that couple hundred hours that I did, I was like, well, I'm good. I don't need to return to this. Great game, but I'm
you figured it out.
But when I got it on Steam Deck, right, kind of the Steam Deck had just come out, I was like, well, I'll just, it's cheap on Steam. I'll just see what it looks like. And then it was like, oh no, I'm back in. So I played it a ton on there too. That was when I brought it to, I think either Comic-Con or D23 or something. And I was like in the thick of that. That intro to that game is incredible.
Yeah. Oh, it's
That was when,
the
that was
best.
back when the Steam Deck was still new and I kept getting dudes interrupting me. Is that fun? Yeah. I'm like trying to crawl out of the hospital right now. Stop. Anyway. But yeah,
So,
anyway.
It looks like the PlayStation app doesn't like tell
Tell
me
you the
any
hours.
It's
stats.
probably within the game itself.
Yeah, I knew that is, but I thought this would tell me at least the last time I played it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's in your library alphabetically. It doesn't
Okay.
really give me the last time. But now I'm realizing like I have the PS4 game that I put the 1,000 hours on the clock.
yeah.
But then I have also the PS5 Definitive Edition
Yeah.
that I have also like beaten because I've technically beat the game front to back twice.
Oh wow. Okay.
Which I can't say for a modern video game I've done that. Lollipop
s-
Chainsaw, I guess I beat twice.
Especially
now.
how you play games.
Yeah,
I'm
where I
playing
got to hunt down every
Resident
corner.
Evil with Beckett.
Yeah.
Resident Evil
Oh.
4 remake.
Oh, are you still doing that?
Yeah. We I was on a boat in a lake. But
Del Lagos.
chapter 4, I think, or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I was trying to explain to him, like, when Garrett plays this game, he will go to every house and look at every shelf and
Yeah.
read everything.
That's
'cause
how I
there's-
play games too.
Is it
though.
really?
Yeah,
That's
it
exactly how I
is.
play games.
Am I the
I
weird
explore
one?
every
Rocket, is
game.
that how you
No.
play him?
I got too many games to play. Let me beat the game.
Yeah. Johnny, how
I
do you
don't.
do
I
it?
don't have time to search everything.
Depends on the game.
Okay, but
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4, what would you
I just try to beat that.
do? Okay. Because I
I have a hard time bypassing if I know, like, well, there's stuff in a crate back there I left.
No,
That's-
it drives me fucking
that's
crazy.
Sawyer.
Drives me
She
nuts.
can't, whenever she's playing, she just beat Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
And she has to get like every coin. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
It does though.
In the
Yeah,
old
she
school,
does.
the old days, like PlayStation 1 days, like you would walk through a threshold of a doorway and it would initiate like a cutscene
Yeah.
that would then block you from ever returning to that area.
Yeah.
I would reset the game.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
watch that whole Final
So
Fantasy cutscene and then
Yeah.
go, well, I got to reset my save from an hour
So that
ago.
might have been a
Yeah.
traumatic experience that
Yeah.
caused you to be the way you are.
I guess because
Maybe
yeah,
I never had those.
So now it's like even before I walk through a doorway, I check everything in the room like twice.
Yeah.
Or like if it starts you on a certain path, you have to backtrack.
Uh-huh.
Like that's what I have to do because it's like there could be something behind me. I
Could
don't
be.
know.
I'm very charge forward when I play stuff. I'm like, yeah, I have 10 games I want to play, so I'm just going
You're
and I
on
want to
that.
see the main thing. But it, there's pros and cons to both. If you're searching everything, you're like never gonna get through. I know a lot of people who play like that and they never beat anything. So it's like, yo, it's been 10 years. What'd you think of this game? I still haven't beat it. It's like, well, you're never going to.
Yeah.
So there's pros and cons, but also my method there is too, because I'm constantly met with like, oh, Last of Us 2, cool game. And then people will be like, what'd you think of, when they tackled you at you're trying to customize your weapon and they tackle you. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I did not see that.
Mhm.
What,
Haven't been there yet.
wasn't that sad when she sang that song at the thing? I never saw that. I never, like I'm just like getting through the story
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you miss some cool details sometimes. So
Yeah.
whatever. But anyway, there every now and then there will be a game though that gets under my skin that I do act like that. And I remember the first one being when I was younger, for whatever reason, Super Mario RPG.
Oh, really?
That I loved that game. I loved the Square Enix or Squaresoft at the time style games,
Yeah.
all the RPGs, Chrono Trigger and all that shit. There was some Chrono Trigger stuff this week too. I'll bring that up later. But so I love that they made it, but it had but it was Nintendo stuff too. And for some reason, there was like mystery to that game. I don't know what it was. I always felt like,
Huh.
there was like a secret I found early on, and I'm like, oh, this game is full of secrets. I have to comb through all of it. I got obsessed with that one. That's one of the only games I 100%ed. Like I was like,
Everything.
and did it a few times.
Wow,
I was
okay.
like, I'm gonna comb through every little part of this game. But I can't think of a lot else than that. Other than that,
Well, you talked about like that first Death Stranding.
yeah, well, yeah, I didn't 100% that, but
What was it for you? Because for me, I got addicted to connecting the road to every knot.
Yeah,
every central
I
knot.
really wanted to make a zip line
Oh, and then that
network.
that
to
was the
everything.
next-
Like I don't want to walk the shit.
they hook you again with the zip line. I forgot
Oh,
about
you've
that.
unlocked zip lines. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you had enough, you could interconnect everything, but you don't have to do that. No, I do.
Yeah, I did that too.
I need a network of zip line. If I'm just gonna walk places. No, fuck that.
That's,
No, I need to do this. I'm still surprised. Derek's not obviously here this week, but he got that game and like never popped it in. I think like he bought it and I don't.
Oh
think,
wow.
Like he's like, I don't know. It's going to be a time sink. I don't want to. I don't know. I'm scared to like start it, and I think that fear took years because I don't think he ever popped it in. But I kept telling him, I'm like, I think like if I'm getting addicted to creating a network of zip lines, can't you? Derek would.
Oh yeah, because he
Derek
loves that,
always
like,
does that stuff.
simulation type game, too.
Especially like you're industrializing a city,
Yeah.
like you're
You're building
making a better
infrastructure.
city infrastructure. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
But also that game, if you remember, came right before the pandemic, which again,
Right.
another brilliant Kojima thing was, it's like that game came and it was about everyone being locked in their bunkers and we need delivery people to like help us out. Like I have
First
to order
responders.
stuff. Yeah, like the essential job of delivering things. And it was like, damn, months ago you
Dude,
came up with
Sam
this.
was an essential worker all along.
Yeah. But so that's why I really liked it. It was like, I don't know, it felt like a positive force,
Yeah.
which again just makes the new stuff more interesting, the trailer for 2. But I do want to, before I keep putting that off.
We're
I
gonna
want to
get to
talk
it.
about that,
Yeah,
but
we're gonna get to it.
what was there something that you guys really struggled? I was just gonna say, like, I really like Death Stranding, but the only other thing I was definitely addicted to Mario RPG, I replayed and 100%ed multiple times when I was
Okay.
younger. But I would say, like, if I had to say I was addicted to one thing, for some reason, I don't know why, when I was younger, someone at their house showed me how to play NBA Jam.
Oh,
And I got
Oh.
obsessed
Really?
with, I never played a sports game other than like, Punch Out. Does that
Sure.
count?
yeah, it counts.
Never cared about a sports game before or after, but for some reason, NBA Jam Tournament Edition, Super Nintendo, I was obsessed
Wow.
with. I want to like perfect this. And I played it every day before school. It would like wake me up to play that. And I wanted to unlock I got to unlock Hillary Clinton. I got to unlock Big Head Mode. I got, all these
Oh, yeah.
things. And I got obsessed with playing
Grinding.
that.
You were into it.
I don't know why that, but anyway, I was curious if there was something that was like that for you.
I'm
guys.
trying to think of like when I was a kid. I mean, I played the shit out of Donkey Kong Country, like
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
much. But that's not a game.
Was it
where-
like a stay home sick from school type of
no?
thing? though?
I only didn't
That
have
never
those.
happened with you?
No, I still haven't done that. But like games, like I mean, obviously everyone knows that I got super into Breath of the Wild, and I did
Yeah.
everything in that game except for collect all the Korok seeds. Like
Yeah,
that
you
was,
really did.
What do you
That
wait
was the
for?
one thing where I was like, okay, well, I'll get all the costumes, I'll level them up all the way,
Yeah.
I'll do everything. But that was the one thing where it's like, I'm not gonna.
How'd you stop at Kokoroke seeds?
Because there's
though?
900, and I was like,
but
I'm
that's
not.
the thing. Like I did everything in the Phantom Pain, but all the animals, and then I was like, well, there's only one last
then you
thing.
did it?
So then I did it. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, I did not, because once I found out that the you get all of them and they give you like a golden piece of shit
Yeah.
essentially.
yeah.
And it's like I
it
don't want
really
that.
is because
To
that
waste
whole
your
game.
time.
That whole game, I do think, is inherently like they did not want it to be a completionist's game.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's some games it's like, oh, find and collect everything. I really think they were trying to put the message out there. That's not this kind of game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a million things you can do, but you're not really meant to do all of it. And that giant piece of shit, I think, was their message to you. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you got all these? There's 1,000 of them. Well,
This is
Here-
you.
this is you.
Yeah. I
This is what you look like.
for a while I was very, and this was a running joke on the podcast forever ago, was Tiny Tower. I was so into
yeah,
that
you
game.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
did.
Which is funny. I
into
only
it.
started playing that because of GDC.
Yeah.
We were backstage and a developer, I don't remember who he was, but I remember he was a bigger developer for like a game that I had played, was talking to me.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you playing? And I was like, well, whatever, maybe your game. I forget what I said. And he's like, dude, I can't put Tiny Tower down. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I remember someone. Who
And
was that?
I don't remember.
It wasn't
So
Warren
he-
Spector, was it?
I don't think it was Warren Spector. I don't want to say who it was. I really have no idea. And I'm
Okay.
going to
but
was-
they were in the
quote
industry.
someone who I don't.
I,
Yes.
I remember being backstage once with Warren Spector and once with Phil Fish. You haven't heard about them in a while.
I think that if it wasn't Warren Spector, it was someone like Warren Spector, like someone who is very much
Todd
respected
Howard.
in the video game
Goran
industry.
Vector.
It was him.
Oh
Dog
my
man.
god.
Anyways, talking to me about that, and so I was like, I don't know what that is. So I downloaded it and then got like,
Uh-oh.
oh fuck! It was like I had to get all my fucking people working. I don't even remember how the game works, and I purposely once I beat it, and you think you can't 100% of the game. I did. It was like you have to get all the things built, and then find the person to get the job they want, and it was so much fucking random work
Management.
that
Yeah.
I did it all. Got everyone. There's nothing else to do. And I was like, I just deleted it and I never went back. I'm like, I can't go back.
You should do another one.
No,
And it was a problem. I remember, yeah, you were Tiny Tower in a lot.
I was a lot. I think phone games are way easier to be addicted to.
They were
because-
made
yeah.
to. They were engineered to addict
and
you.
it's always
Yes.
with you.
Yeah.
It's always with
It's
you.
funny. I
Yeah.
never fell victim to that. I
Have you
never
spent
I don't like playing shit on my phone. And the one time I did was Peggle. And
Oh.
I loved
Yeah.
that. But then, after a little while, I
Peggle
was like,
was
oh,
the
But
shit.
that's another game I 100%ed where it's like I did all the levels, got 3 stars on all of them, got the magic peg, whatever the fuck.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then every now and then I do reverse that game where it's like I delete my save and go back and play Peggle again because that game is so
Really?
good and they
It is
haven't
good.
made a sequel for
There's a
some
Peggle
reason.
too.
There's Peggle 2 on
There's-
like
yeah,
Xbox
but it's not
and
on
shit.
like phone or anything. It's just
Oh,
the
I
one.
see.
It
Peggle.
wasn't?
No,
Oh.
there's only one Peggle, and then EA bought it, and then that was it. Who cares?
They peggled
They
themselves.
Peggled themselves.
The phone games you're kind of reminding me, like I did spend a little money on Pokemon Go.
I have spent $0.
You
on
still
Pokemon
never
Go.
bought
Not
Pokeballs?
one
You've been
second.
playing that for like 9 years and you've never
Not
spent $1.
1 cent.
That's my Metal Gear thing. So you've been playing Pokemon for 9 years. You're a high level, right? Pokemon
Yeah, I'm
Go.
40. I'm
Level
not
40.
the highest, but
I know.
I am 40.
But you don't play. I don't feel like you're addicted to it because it doesn't get in the way of like your daily life. It's
no,
like, oh,
but I always like if I'm
Get my
driving at
dailies.
a certain stoplight. Oh, there's a Pokestop right here. I'm at the red. Might as well get that.
I don't think
stop.
that's a problem.
Maybe not. It's so funny
Like, you haven't spent $1 because
Not
even
$1.
I would run out of Pokeballs and I'd be like, well, I think I've spent $17 in my life on Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I only played this the summer that it came out.
Really?
And I think
Okay.
even I did that once.
Yeah,
Like, I bought the
Yeah,
Pokeballs.
not. Nope.
Never.
I would not.
ever.
Never ever. But I will say that there is someone that I trade Pokemon with at Comic-Con. If he's watching, shouts out. And we're friends on this.
Yeah.
And every year he just gives me like, there's this one challenge I've been trying to accomplish, and I cannot find these Pokemon anywhere, but he has them. So like I
'Cause he
get
lives in a different
one.
country.
No, he lives here in San Diego,
Oh,
but
shit.
like I just can't get this fucking thing. And so he every year is like, here's one more for the challenge. Here's one more for the. So I'm waiting for I have one more to go until next Comic-Con. Hopefully I'll see him.
Slow burn.
But it's funny because Pokemon, like the card game, obviously people are making so much fucking money, and I know that my collection on this is like good.
Yeah.
But like, I wish I could sell these things. Like I don't need this.
You're playing the wrong kind of
I
Pokemon.
am playing the wrong Pokemon because I have like
You got a complete Pokedex?
I have completed some regions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have like 3 regions that are completely complete.
Damn.
I know. And then I have like a whole batch of Pokemon that are like perfect in every way, as in like it's better than 3-star Pokemon. It's like a 4-star Pokemon.
Shiny?
I have shinies. I have
Oh my
shinies
God.
for days. I have shinies.
He's got days of shinies.
Yeah, so that is definitely a thing where it's like, and I only got this game to like connect with Beckett because he loved Pokemon and I
Yeah.
didn't care. I'm like, well, this is a new game out. He's excited. We'll go out and do this together. And he doesn't play anymore, but I'm still fucking playing it. How'd this happen?
Yeah.
I kind of put Pokemon Go down when Pikmin Bloom came out. And I was playing Pikmin Bloom for probably like 2 years straight, but I fell off of that.
Now, I will say that, was it how you pronounce it? Niantic?
Niantic. That is in the news.
They just sold
Yeah.
Pokemon Go and
Yeah.
their company to who? Not Warner Brothers.
I
Oh,
yeah.
WB
don't know.
Games?
No,
hope
I don't.
not.
I don't think
No.
so.
It was
No,
the
no,
game-
no.
I think it was the company that makes Monopoly.
Yeah, Monopoly Go.
Monopoly Go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
But I
But
thought they sold
Niantic
it-
sold it. Wow.
I don't want to. I thought they sold it for like in the billions of dollars.
Sure was.
Oh,
So,
yeah, probably.
Uh,
That infrastructure is worth that alone, man. What they built. There was a
It's
first
so
game
cool.
before Pokemon Go that kind of used the same locations as Pokestops.
yeah.
And Pikmin
I
Bloom also uses all those
Even
same
had this
locations.
crazy idea. I'm like, I should paint the electrical box not too far from my house, and then maybe that'll be a Pokestop, so I don't have to leave my house to get Pokestops anymore. Like weird shit.
yeah,
like
Crazy.
I don't think they're adding new. Maybe
they are
always adding.
not always adding, but they have added new Pokestops. Yeah.
Okay. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the company that bought it is Scopely, who is the #1 mobile game.
Oh.
Company.
Fuck
Huh.
yeah.
So
they
maybe
are-
it's good then.
They are
No.
now.
I don't know.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Well,
They also do. Man, I didn't know their library. Yeah. The deal included Pokemon Go, Pikmin Bloom, Monster Hunter Now. I didn't know that was even part of the.
I've never even
deal
heard of
here.
that game.
they had a Harry
um,
Potter game too.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's still going or not.
But yeah, Scopely made Monopoly Go, Marvel Strike Force,
Hmm.
Star Trek Fleet Command. So yeah, I see promos for that Star Trek thing a lot. So
Yeah.
they're heavy hitters.
Yeah. Well,
Interesting.
it is interesting. I don't know what that means. I don't honestly though. They could say like the game's gone forever, and I'd be like maybe even relieved. Like okay,
Yeah, yeah.
That
I know
won't
what you
happen.
mean.
That won't.
it won't happen. But
It's a
that would be like
moneymaker.
it's fine. Okay, cool.
My girl plays all of those games still. She
Yeah.
still plays, I mean, daily Pikmin Bloom, daily Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, which
But,
isn't
yeah,
even being supported.
Yeah, I thought that wasn't.
It's still up and you can still play it, but they don't like offer new, like, hey, new spring collection, new clothes, new options to like grind
But
on.
eventually that will just be gone, right?
Well, she still has stuff she's grinding and doing, but she's like up there at the highest level I've seen. Like no one in her friend group except for like a couple other Japanese players are even at the like level like 97 that she's at or
Dang.
something crazy. And
there, it's funny. I'm friends with people on Pokemon Go, and you can see their level. The highest person that I've ever seen is Turtleverse.
yeah.
Shouts out
Wow.
Turtleverse. He's
Shouts
like
out.
level 47 or 8, and that's
Yeah.
like insane to get that high. Like it's so wild.
Damn, Pokeverse. Just a little gag.
Don't know if Turtleverse wanted
Little
that
fun-
info out there. Sorry if you
just,
didn't.
just a
Turtleverse,
little
but-
improv.
But
you
Dan,
know.
it's very impressive to me how high you are.
He's a Pokemaster.
Meg, what do you have a
Yeah, what are you addicted
strange
to?
and sick addiction?
I sure do.
Oh, hell yeah,
is it?
Meg.
What is it?
What is it?
Right now it's Balatro.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I've heard this from a
Yeah.
lot of people. I keep tell me if you tell me. I'm
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk over your whole thing. I
No, you're
promise. But
fine.
I keep hearing from people like, "Oh yeah, I got a Steam Deck. I got the new Steam Deck with all these games. I got the Switch. I finally am playing Tears of the Kingdom." And then all these people ultimately a day later will tell me I've just been playing Balatro on my phone. And it's like, you have all these games and that's what you're doing?
Yeah,
What-
it's
what-
one of those things. I don't know because I'm like I've never given a single shit about like poker or like a card
Yeah.
Sure.
game like
Uh-huh.
this, but something about it just like got its hooks in me. I bought it on my phone. I bought it on Xbox. I bought it on Steam.
Oh.
Wow.
It's fucked up. It's just like really addictive for some
And
reason.
it's
Yeah.
just poker though.
It's blackjack.
It's no.
I thought it was blackjack
It's
with like
poker.
Joker.
Is it Texas
it's
Hold'em poker?
It's blackjack with the Joker. Yeah, that's how you describe it, right? That's it.
yeah, you know, that's why it's called Balatro.
It's like,
You know how I
Um,
got these cards?
You want to see how I got this flush? It's like 5-card poker with like you get jokers that
oh.
cause like things to happen in your game, so you could get like a higher score.
Are you playing other people?
No,
Just the computer.
it's
And you
just by
pull-
yourself.
You
What?
pull special jokers, right? And then you get to
Yeah.
keep them to use in your like deck.
So basically, you unlock jokers throughout the game, but then you get like you can have 5, and then you have consumable. It's like a whole fucking thing.
And
I've
it's
tried to
retro.
explain it to Johnny, and like I've gotten Johnny into it. And
Johnny,
he's
you
played
playing it too?
I've bought it twice.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow.
Okay, so you were selling me, but now I'm feeling like maybe like the Derek and Death Stranding. Maybe I don't want to
Yeah.
pick this up. Maybe I don't.
Could
wanna
be a
play.
problem.
It
Yeah.
could be a problem.
Is it the bells and whistles, like the noises are like
oh,
so
the noises
satisfying?
are really satisfying.
That's the thing.
That
That's
is
the thing.
engineered.
noises?
Yeah.
They're engineering these games to sound similar to how they engineered slot machines.
Yeah, no, like I could absolutely see this being like a casino thing where people are like losing
Yeah.
their entire bank accounts because it's crazy. But
Wait, you do you?
no,
spend
you
money?
don't pay.
Okay,
real
it's
money.
just
but
buy
if
the
it
game.
was a real game,
Yeah.
Oh,
could've
yeah,
been
yeah.
that'd be a
dangerous.
whole thing.
Yeah.
But
We're gonna see Balatro at like Indian gaming casinos now. Like, what if they have a Balatro table?
that would be crazy.
Because like you could probably real worldify it.
Yeah, like I said, it's honestly it's just poker, but like the jokers, they count towards like your multiplier, and
Okay.
it adds up like a score.
Yeah, interesting.
So, but I mean, that's just my current addiction. Like I went through a whole Stardew Valley addiction.
Oh, really?
I remember when I
Um,
think of Stardew Valley.
Yeah, like to the
big.
point where I'm fucking having dreams about it.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was that was really bad.
Wow.
Like somebody got me really into Skyrim when it came out.
Mm.
I've perfected that like 3 times.
Oh wow.
And then like thinking back to when I was like super young, I got really into Call of Duty.
Really?
Yes.
I did
Which
not know
one?
that
I
about
didn't
you.
know
Yeah,
that.
which one?
I like exclusively I played World at War,
Okay.
the first Modern Warfare and the first Black Ops.
Okay.
And I was
Wow.
First Black
fucking
Ops was-
obsessed with the multiplayer in that. Like
Wow.
I would call out of work
Whoa.
to play.
Nay,
That was
I was really good at it.
I bet.
I would stay up so late in the like Halo 2
Uh-huh.
multiplayer days, like at friends' houses, that I would call out of work the next day just because I stayed up till 4 in the morning
No,
playing
like
Halo
going
at
to
their
like a
house.
midnight release or
Yeah.
like
I played a lot of Black Ops. We
Were you at
might
the
have
ones that I was yelling at?
we might have talked shit
Can
to
you
each other.
imagine? That used to be my thing when I would go the Call of Duty launches. I would just say like, I don't like Call of Duty, or like,
You drive.
I'm not
roll
gonna
your-
get this one.
Roll your window down.
And
I don't care for Call of Duty.
That's what it was.
Let's go. Let's go.
And that is run.
He would,
Go fuck your
act,
man,
he
go
would
back.
act like he committed a heinous
And then
act.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Yeah, no, for some reason it was like I played video games when I was really young and then stopped playing them like throughout like middle school and early high school, but then
Yeah.
like towards the end of my high school career, like some of my friends were just like, "Hey, play this game with me." And I just like got so obsessed with
Yeah.
it and
Dang.
just straight addicted.
Dude, the RC car and fucking Black Ops was so fun.
Like trying to get the nuke
Yeah.
and like
Oh.
play in Nuke Town.
that was a dope game.
Yeah.
You were playing on Xbox?
Oh yeah.
We might have match made.
We might have. Like to the
Match
point
made in
where
heaven.
it's like it was when the Xbox 360 was having all those issues with red ringing and
Yes.
it's like wrap your
Yeah.
Xbox in a towel
Put it in
and
the
it's
oven.
like-
God, remember that?
Yeah.
Did you use a headset?
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was always like you'd
How was
be in a
that
lobby and it's like,
experience?
"Oh my god, a girl!"
Yeah, I was gonna say, how was that experience? 2011
Horrible.
Xbox Live.
I mean, you guys know how I am outside of work.
I
Yeah.
guess.
I'm a freak. I don't know. I blame Xbox for that.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
That's why I'm one of the boys here, I feel. Like,
Yeah. There are so many times these things happen. Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, why?
Why?
Are you apologizing? I've been here for so long.
So
Like, I
Sean.
know, but sorry.
I've heard way worse in Xbox Live lobby.
I believe that. I believe that.
Oh man.
Kevin?
yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
I want to know, like, have you gotten addicted to any of these like horror games? I know you love horror games so much.
I define it as something like, even when I'm at work, I just can't wait to go home and play
Yeah.
more of it.
Mhm.
And that's just like where I'm like, okay, when I'm off, time to go play more. And that is like a lot of the old PS2 games. I really liked the Jack and Daxter games. That was it. Like I stayed up to like
really?
dawn playing Jack 2 once.
Really? I didn't
Mm.
expect
Jack and
it to be this one.
Yeah, this is my
Platformers.
older stuff. This
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
happens. Like if I like with Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild,
Yeah.
those are I 100% it.
Yeah.
I got everything, did everything, all that kind of stuff. But even like story-driven games, I can still play Resident Evil 4 remake and original anytime.
Yeah.
I can pop that in and just play it robotically and beat it. I've beaten Resident
Yeah.
Evil 4 probably 25, 30
Are you
times now.
serious?
Yeah,
Oh my
you
God.
know, honestly, that's a good
Four
point.
is-
If I added up all the time I played all the different versions or releases of Resident Evil 4, that might be up there because that came out on GameCube.
Yep.
God, dude, it's the 20th
Wow.
anniversary. 20
That's-
years as of 2 months ago.
Jesus.
I know.
So it's over 20 years.
It's crazy because I know we've been doing Mega64 for a long time, but
Yeah.
we were already doing that when
when that
We've
came
been
out,
doing it for years.
Yeah.
for years. By the time that game came
Yeah.
out,
And but that came out at a time in our lives we all had plenty of time to play video games.
Mhm.
And yeah, I don't know how many
I
times
think I
that
beat the
thing.
first one on GameCube 9 times.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh.
now
And-
I probably did 3
Yeah,
or
yeah.
4.
I'm playing this game with Beckett, the remake, and I am like, I don't remember this. I don't remember like so because I haven't played that game in
I'm
so
on my
long.
4th playthrough of the remake.
What's that?
I'm on my
wow.
4th playthrough of the
Holy
remake.
shit.
Now,
Yeah.
is the remake very different than the original? Because I am finding like I don't remember this happening. Like,
They added some stuff. They tweaked some stuff. They didn't want to just make it like, oh, look, it's the same game. Just
Yeah.
looks way better.
Mhm.
They changed a couple things around. Some boss fights aren't in there.
Shorten
Okay.
some
Play
That kind
with
of
your
stuff.
memories a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
the main beats are the
Yeah, the main
remember
beats are
looking-
all there.
doing the like looking for the dog in the trap. I'm like, where the fuck is it? And I'm like, I guess I don't know. And then like that part was different. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
it starts
They
off
changed
different.
that a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they did a little bit.
But yeah, I must have beat that a million times.
Yeah, I
That's
played on
crazy.
every system it's ever come out on. I've beat it multiple times on each system it's come out.
That remake, I was rare territory that I beat it and went immediately like, no, I'm gonna play it again.
Yep.
And I beat it again.
That's what I just do. I beat it and then I started a new game.
And then it
Wow.
was cheap on Steam, so now I have it on Steam.
Oh my
Deck.
gosh.
So I started a third playthrough, but I didn't.
The only other game that's like that for me are the Last of Us games. I
Yeah.
can play
Really?
those games.
Oh.
I've beaten each one probably 5 or 6 times now.
Wow.
I can just play those over and over and over and over again, and they never get old to me.
See, why do I have the problem? But he's allowed to play the same video game.
Well, I
over
didn't
and
know about
over.
this until right
but,
now.
But if you added up all those playthroughs, it still would probably be the opening of Phantom Pain.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right.
Last of Us 1 and 2. Oh, yeah. Infinitely playable games. Could
Sure.
play them again and again. But 1, every time they re-released it, I played it a couple times. And so yeah, this last PS5 one was officially my limit. I was like, that's cool they're doing it, but I'm gonna wait to like replay that. So I still haven't played that version. But 2, I think I played 2 or 3 times
Mhm.
and then just did the remaster last month. And
Yeah.
So much fun.
I think the one game where it ended and I was like so bummed recently was Red Dead 2, where it's like I don't
yeah.
I'm not ready to not be a cowboy anymore.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
online,
yeah.
dude. Red Dead Online.
I started it. I didn't really
Yeah, it wasn't really
dig
my
that.
thing either.
I didn't dig it.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like
the
it.
bounty system isn't.
Yeah,
for you?
I didn't care. But I always want to start it again. There's so many
Yeah.
side quests and things you could do
Yeah.
that like it's like a whole different game.
I'm watching Trish play that for the first time right now, and it's made me go like, dude, I want like fuck. When she's
Like-
gone, I'm gonna like take that
I-
controller,
I know that
start
you
a
know,
new game.
Obviously, they're working on GTA 6. And
They
they
are.
have been. But like, I wonder like what's next. Like, will they do a Red Dead 3?
I
Probably
think they
not.
will. I think it's way off though.
You think they will?
I think
Way off, right?
it doesn't I don't know. I honestly, if you're asking just me, my opinion,
Yeah.
they spend so long on their games now. I feel like for them to go after GTA to go back to Red Dead would be like
Insane.
yeah, I feel like they would feel like they were in prison. Like
Yeah.
I think I would think they would do something new after this, but maybe I'm crazy. I don't
Maybe.
know.
Another bully,
That would
Yeah.
be great.
like he was like a teenager. Now let's
Yeah.
do him in his 20s.
He's an adult bully.
Yeah, he's criminal. Just
Oh,
call it.
perfect.
I think they're going back to table tennis.
And
Oh yeah.
Johnny,
That state of
if I had to
emergency?
guess your addiction,
Okay.
I would say it's Mario 64.
Fuck yeah.
Ah, got him pegged, dude.
Was it really?
Yeah, I was hoping you guys would ask me because I was gonna be like, all right, guess what mine is? And I was going to say, I've watched videos about this. I've played 100% of this
Got it
game
immediately.
hundreds of times.
You know the lore.
I just started dating someone and I was like, I have to share something with you. And I played through Mario 64. It's my favorite game of all time, I think. I
Hell
think
yeah.
about it. I watch retrospectives about it.
You do interact with it a lot,
I've
even
s-
still now.
I've speed ran it. I don't, it just, it tickles my brain in the perfect way. And
Yeah.
I think it's a perfect game, even though most of it is bad. But
I was gonna say a lot of people say perfect game. I mean, I knew people who did that with Ocarina of Time as well, and it's like, yeah, oh cool. You want to do the water temple? No, fuck no. I don't know if that's a perfect game. I don't know if that's perfect. Yeah, Mario 64 captured my imagination in ways that Johnny, when that came out, that was another thing that I was playing it like before school every day. Like
Yeah.
I want to like have this in my head as I go through my dreary day at school. Like I loved being in that. But yeah, that last third of the game, I just
think the vibe of it is unmatched. They
I
haven't
agree.
had like a game where there's like mystery and intrigue like
I
that
agree.
in Mario, and I want to go back so bad.
I agree. I wish the next mainline Mario game was like that, where it was just like you kind of by yourself looking around for
I think
Mario's too
well,
dialed in now. I wish it would. I like when it goes weird.
I really think that Bowser's Fury furry
That was
or whatever
really
the fuck,
cool.
that was a test of like this is why maybe the next Mario game will be something
Yeah.
like this.
And I loved that.
I
experiment.
loved that.
Loved it.
If the Switch 2, there's stuff to talk about with that too today, but if that launches with something like that or it's close to the launch or whatever, that's going to be like
Yeah.
unbelievable.
I really hope. Can you imagine an open world Mario game, like a full open world? That'd be dope.
Mhm.
That'd be so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I got called out
Uh-oh.
this week because we were at we visited a game store that I had never been to but had heard about, and I didn't even
Yeah.
realize.
GameStop.
Have you been there?
I heard of
There's
it.
tons-
I've been there, yeah.
Whoa.
Who
I've
snitched?
heard of it.
Who snitched?
There's tons of these fucking things.
Yeah.
You haven't been there?
I have.
No, we were in LA and went to Game Dude,
Yeah.
which was a huge game store, new and old.
Ooh.
I'm talking, they got it all. And it really blew me away. It was funny because our friend was driving and he drove us to the store. And those who know me know, and I'm going to reveal a secret here. It's private, but I'll share it. If someone's driving me around, I'm asleep.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
A moving
Yeah.
car is like a lullaby to my, I mean, I'm just,
And it's not.
you're
it's-
shuttling me around. I will not be awake.
I remember realizing like, oh, it's any drive.
Yeah.
Whereas one time
Oh,
I
yeah.
was living at a condo
Yeah.
and we went to 7-Eleven. We drove there. It was, I think it's not exaggerating, a 45-second drive, like
Yeah.
legitimately.
Yeah.
And we parked like over and Rocco was sleeping. Like, oh my, how?
Oh, it's like
How?
something happened to me as a baby that put me to sleep, and I hung on.
Never
to it.
turned
I
it
hung
off.
onto it.
Yeah.
But it just moving vehicles, man.
Yeah, I know.
Same. We were on a plane. It's like I'll sleep the whole.
Every
flight.
Uber I've ever taken with Rocco, he's asleep.
Mhm.
Every plane, of course. Yeah.
Shuttle, public shuttles.
I think I maybe told you, but the last time, where was it? I think I left PAX West early or whatever, and I took an Uber there and went out cold in it. I think I was like fully snoring.
Oh no.
I try not to go that deep, but I
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
And I woke up it was like, I opened my eyes, we're at the terminal, and the woman was laughing so hard. She was like,
Oh, no.
you were dead that drive.
Oh, my
You
God.
have never seen that. And we both laughed for like a minute before I got out. But anyway, so yeah, I was asleep in the car, and then our friend Casey was driving, and then it was like, oh, there's this game store. I just woke up, walked out right into the door. There's so many games in here. This is amazing. Wow. And then it was only like at the end, I was like, what is this place? Game Dude. I've heard about this. It's a legendary game store in LA. That's incredible. I didn't know this was Game Dude. And then Casey was like, yeah, that's going to be real funny to you when you walk out. Really? Walked out. Maybe the biggest sign the sign was as tall as the building. Like in black and yellow, loud. And he was like, yeah, you didn't see that. I was like, that out of it. But anyway, the reason I bring it up is, what was the reason I brought it up? We were just talking about, Mario 64. I got called out because I said, I was looking at all the old N64 games. I'm like, you know what, man? 64 just wasn't on the level of the other stuff. I said, like, you could tell N64 wasn't a great system because I'll tell you why. What was the best game on it? And someone immediately was like Mario 64. I was like, yeah, the launch game. Like that's it. It peaked there. And then Rachel was there and she went, okay, Breath of the Wild? The Switch bad? And I was like, no, I love the Switch. It was like, oh, I got that
got it.
faulty logic
Got
because that's still my favorite.
You got
But
Treehouse.
you could argue there were
and
a lot of games that came.
Tears of the
later.
Kingdom.
You could argue. You could
maybe
argue
is better.
You could argue topped it.
I
You
would
know, you
say-
might have your favorite, but
Yeah.
you could consider it an upgrade.
Yeah.
in a lot of
Yeah.
ways.
It's an
so.
upgrade, but I will say that the first one was the groundbreaking one.
It's my favorite because it was a magical experience.
Right.
But I recognize, Tears of the Kingdom fixed a lot of things that needed to be. So, but anyway, I was just thought that was
also
funny.
Ocarina of Time. I think is really good, and I don't know when that came out compared
Yeah.
to the system. of
Yeah, you could
64.
make that argument, but yeah, that I remember that was supposed to be real quick after it came out, and being a kid and hearing how it was delayed, and I remember at that time it was just Zelda 64. Oh, Zelda,
Yeah.
there's Mario 64,
Yeah.
it's gonna be Zelda 64, and then hearing it was Ocarina of Time was like, whoa, this is actually coming out now. Wow.
I think it was like it had a lot to do the real game addiction. It had a lot to do with us being, I think, like younger in that generation of gaming.
Yeah, sure.
It's like the N64 and the PlayStation generation because it almost seemed like any new game I had waiting for me at home.
yeah.
That's what Kevin was talking about. It's like I cannot wait to get home and play Legacy of Kain
Yeah.
Soul Reaver right now. Like fucking bell ring, hurry! Like I'm gonna run home to play this.
I did fake sick once to play Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
I had that. I was in the police station, and I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm sick today."
This game's
Like-
too good.
Like-
Yeah.
This game is too good.
It's funny. I really don't have I don't have a memory growing up of faking sick to play a game to like do that. When I was sick, I was sick. I think because I remember in like kindergarten testing it, like, oh, if I say I'm sick, I don't go to school. And so I did that, and they were like, okay, yeah, we won't take you if you don't feel good. And then I like within an hour felt bad, and I talked to them about it. I was
Oh
like,
no.
I'm not really sick. They were
The
bringing
guilt.
me like medicine. I was
Oh.
like, I'm not
Oh.
sick. So I
no.
just early on learned like that's not a good feeling. I don't want to do that. But on the other hand, though, my parents took me out of school for game. Like
Yeah.
my parents were in cooperation on this crime. Like the new Zelda's
yeah.
coming out, they were like,
Yeah.
just let him stay home. Like this is we're all excited about this. We're gonna stay home.
Dude, I just realized I faked sick and then had like zombie moaning coming out of my fucking bedroom.
Oh no. He's really sick.
Yeah, call the
Like,
doctor.
don't let him sleep, dude.
This kid's fucked
Give
up.
him the
He's fucked
Dimetap.
up.
We need he needs medicine. I remember having a manager talk to me when I was an intern at Qualcomm. Back in high school, I had a job at Qualcomm,
Yeah.
and I would work there after school. And I remember my manager talking to me. He's like, "Yeah, you're like falling asleep when you're here, and like, is this too much? And like, what are you doing?" And I think he knew me pretty well, and he was like, "I think you're like going out." And at the time, I was going out and playing DDR.
Oh
So
shit!
that
much.
wears you out, too.
Yeah, and it'd be like I'd go to school all day, and then I would like intern at Qualcomm, and then at night I would go home, and me and my friend would drive to like 5 spots around San Diego that had DDR cabs.
Oh my god.
And we'd play DDR until like that bowling alley closed or
Oh
this
my
place
God.
closed. And then we'd go, and yeah, I was staying out till like 2 in the fucking morning, and then not,
That's
eating
expensive, right?
going
To play
s-
all that DDR, like
yeah, but I was addicted. I think that was like at a point I was definitely addicted to DDR, which
Mhm.
isn't a bad.
Hey, it's a
addiction.
workout.
Yeah.
It is definitely a workout.
Good cardio.
But my boss at Qualcomm was like, "You were like fucking up here. Like,
That's crazy.
get some
You're,
rest.
you're
Show up to work. And,
welcome to the meeting. You were fucking up here.
All this dancing's got you fucked up.
Yeah. Well, I do want to. Speaking of fucked up, I do want to talk
Yeah.
about the Death Stranding stuff, and get to that.
Sure.
Let's do it, but I do want to
Let's pause for a sec.
take a second and say thank you to everybody for watching as always. And if you like Mega64, you want to support the show, keep the lights on here. The best way to do it, patreon.com/Mega64. There was a big thing released this last week where we somehow Catholic Gaming Insider returned.
They did return.
I was surprised.
We ha-
They did all their Oscar reactions.
Yes, the two. Yes, Christopher Cross
Yes.
and Davin Crisp from the Catholic Gaming Insider showed up and did a full hour plus special.
Mhm.
They
Oscar
recapped
special.
the Oscars because they, I guess, watched it and didn't like what they saw.
No, well, I could see why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So they-
I liked it.
Was there a lot
but
of sin on the
there-
screen?
according to them.
Okay.
According to them. I think it was great.
So there's a whole. If you want to see the full hour special, it's on Patreon.com/Mega64, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. There is behind the scenes. A lot of behind the scenes coming. It's been a little plugged up for the moment because we're waiting for an incident. Because we have something new coming out.
We have an incident.
Relatively quickly here.
Should we say when, or do you want to surprise people?
Yeah, no, I think. Well, we didn't. I submitted the final cut
Okay.
to show you guys, but I didn't
Okay.
hear back on it.
Oh, well, I didn't see it. It was great.
Okay,
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up.
because I was like, oh, we'll decide when we want to.
I mean,
it out. But
I've seen the pre-final cut, and I thought that was the final cut, and
Okay.
I was fine. I gave my
Okay.
seal of approval. So
What are you hinting at? What are you guys teasing here?
This new video.
Oh,
Woo.
And it'll be out. I mean, I think at this point,
Yeah.
safe to say
Monday.
It'll be out Monday. So we'll say, everyone, new video Monday.
Don't want to say anything about
Main
it. I will
channel?
say we worked very hard on
Yeah,
it.
Yes,
Yeah.
This is all
YouTube.com.
hands on deck.
And then I thought, oh, editing this is going to be a lot of fun. It was just as hard as everything else.
Yeah.
Everyone put in hard work on this video.
Yes.
And that's what made it cool. I just had a good time. I'm like, damn, everyone worked really hard, but I just got to have fun. It was great. And then I jinxed myself because then editing it was like, oh no, I'm the one editing this? I'm fucked.
Yeah.
So many cuts, so many sound effects and whatever. So anyway,
But behind the scenes coming soon.
yeah, that will be out probably around the same time the video drops. There will
Oh,
be
I
some
love that.
exclusive stuff on our Patreon
That's great.
about how we made it. So anyway, patreon.com/Mega64.
And they can also get an MP3 version of this show.
Yes, this show
Ad-free.
ad-free is up in MP3 form, and you get a little extra podcast every week. We have our post-show clarity
Oh, yeah,
segment
that's right.
that we go in a little more in depth on certain things. That's on patreon.com/Mega64 as well.
Yeah.
So get on there.
Get on there.
At any tier, you can watch this stuff, and then the later tiers, you get a credit on the show and all kinds of other extra goodies.
Yeah, and I really want to say that like it does help us so much
Yeah.
to be on the Patreon, and it's cheaper than 12 eggs for the month.
Yeah, that's
So-
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, good
So,
way to tie it
you
into
know,
societal
I'm,
issues.
I'm just saying, you
It's
know,
cheaper than a
Can't
rotisserie
hit the
chicken.
buzzer, Johnny. That's not fast food. That's
that's life
regular
food.
food.
That's life.
That's real food.
Life food.
Life. The food of
Anyway, so it helps us out incredibly. So thank you.
And as always, shop.mega64.com, where you can get all kinds of great stuff. Last week, we put out a winter little collection, cozy stuff.
That's right.
Our winter jacket sold out the first day.
It's
Yeah.
gone.
We may have put up, I think there might be a couple smalls left that are on the store now. If you wanted one in small, they might be there. I don't know if we did that, but other than that, they sold out that day. I'm trying to gauge interest if people want us to bring that back, or if everyone like, yo, I got mine, we're good. I haven't really looked out there. I was head down on this video, so let us know as always any feedback on our store. But you can get that. We still have we made blankets.
And
We
they're
have
so nice.
the Mega64 throw blanket is still in stock.
Mhm.
So if you could at least get that, or countless other amazing things, apparel, Blu-rays of our work. Shop.mega64.
I don't want, we have something new coming. I'm not gonna say what.
Oh
it is.
yeah.
I'm not gonna say what it is.
Yeah.
I am so excited, and I guarantee you, what you think it could be, you were wrong.
Oh, you're wrong.
We're
It's not what you're
we're
thinking.
trying to do, like less. I mean, sometimes you have to do a pre-order, and it takes a little bit to fulfill. We're trying to do less of that this year, where it's like, no, it's in stock, you could get it. But again, it's a trade-off because sometimes things, they run out. Whatever. That jacket went really fast.
Yeah.
This thing that we're trying is an experiment that it's coming out soon, and you're gonna want to be on it when that drops.
Yeah, but
'Cause we don't-
again,
We're either going to sell zero of it,
yes,
where it's like a couple like mega fans are going to be like, oh, cool. and that's it, or it's going to be gone in 1 second.
Yeah, I don't know.
It won't. I really can't gauge.
I hope
Mhm.
it's gone in 1 second.
Yeah.
We'll tell you what it is when it comes.
Check
It should be
our-
soon. It should be soon.
Yeah, check
Mhm.
our Twitter. That's the best place to see when the merch is dropping.
Yeah. Follow us on Twitter at Mega64. Follow us on Facebook at Mega64. Everything Mega64 official on Instagram.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We never
yeah.
plug that stuff, but
You can sign up for our newsletter too.
Oh,
yeah, our newsletter on shop.mega64.com. We really should promote that more. We have a newsletter on there, and you do get merch updates, but we give other stuff too. Like sometimes we give an exclusive on
That's
there.
true.
So
That's
Yeah.
true.
join
So
that.
If you're not on social media, it's really helpful.
That's-
Yeah, exactly. You don't
right
have
to your
to. Yeah,
inbox.
you don't want to get wade through social media. You can always join our.
And we
mailing
don't
list.
overload you. You're not getting like
No.
weekly fucking emails.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Not daily.
Garrett's
Not
always
daily.
setting us
You're
up
not-
for the best plug.
You're not getting like daily emails.
Not daily.
Hourly email.
And I will say
Hourly.
that
We're not doing things
We're not
weekly. We
doing-
are. We're not doing things daily sometimes. Well, minute by minute. Fuck.
we're not streaming on Twitch. We are.
We are.
We're on
We're not
Twitch.
doing this YouTube stream stuff. We're on there too. Fuck. You know what it reminds me of? Get Smart. Well, at least you're not the chief. I am the chief. Would you believe? I don't know.
It's something like that.
Right before he launched a racist joke.
Sounds like me.
Classic Get Smart.
Rewatch 60s Get Smart. Is it as funny as you remember? It's sure more racist
It's
than you
more
remember.
racist, but it is still funny. But the racism is not funny.
Lot of voices.
You always see people's jokes about like, what's the show you show to people? And then you go, uh-oh.
Yeah,
That's ultimately loved Get Smart as a kid. And then
Me
it's
too.
like, oh, you've never seen Get Smart? Let me play it for you. Is that guy wearing makeup to look like an Asian
that
man?
I really
Yeah.
feel like it is that joke. And there is a bit on the show that they do. I feel like every episode
Yeah.
of the guy not saying claw correctly.
Yes.
And it is
That's
like,
like every episode.
every episode it's like,
no.
okay.
Different times.
Didn't you say this show was great? Didn't you say this is one of your favorites? Yeah, I haven't watched this. And also, I'm going to say this. When we watched it on Nick at Night in the 90s,
Yeah.
I think they cut some of these
I
things
think
out.
they did. Yeah.
There's episodes where I'm like, I have a pretty ironclad memory. I mean, you guys
Yeah.
know. I'll bring up shit from shows I watched as a kid and relay it with scary memory.
Mhm.
I don't remember. There's so many gags that I'm like, that.
Do you remember?
I didn't see that.
I saw an episode recently that it was a Native American tribe got a nuclear bomb
Yes.
and they launched it
Oh
and they
my
made
God.
it look like a gigantic arrow.
Ugh.
And it was just like,
No.
and then of course Max has the headdress on. I'm like, oh no.
I don't remember that
He's
episode.
doing a rain dance.
Oh
The
my
drum.
god.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh.
But I will say that take that racism out of it. There are some very funny jokes of like
Yeah.
the whole missed it by that much. Like
Missed it by
the guy
that
jumps
much.
out of the building.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, I have a mattress down there for me that I can escape no problem. And then he jumps. He missed it by that. That's so funny. That's
Yeah,
very
there's
funny.
some funny gags.
Okay.
in
Anyways.
a wonderful racist rapper.
It was the
Anyway,
50s.
Death Stranding 2. So they put out a 10-minute teaser.
Yeah.
Uh,
Speaking of racism,
did not what?
I'm about to do some Italian voices. Let's go.
Oh, great.
Uh-oh.
Well, we'll see if you give me the pass. We'll see. Go ahead. No,
you
proceed.
get the
Yeah.
I've had a couple people come to me over the years. It's like, hey, can I talk to you about something? Yeah.
This is
like,
real.
Oh, did something happen? This is real.
Real.
A couple
real.
times.
Oh my God.
There's a TikTok trend where people are walking around going like that. Like they're proud. It's like an Italian thing.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
you think that's okay? Like, you think that's and I gave him the pass.
I said it
I don't
to-
think any Italian cares.
I asked him in confidence. I did not think he'd bring it up here.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, it wasn't me.
What if I sing the song? Is that okay too while doing it?
Then you go, hey!
You
like
tip
that.
the scale. You tip the
Oh!
scale. No, because if you're you don't really know what you're talking about. Oh,
Nah,
you do.
see.
Now, so you don't do that.
We do that.
Do that.
If you
Be
get the
authentic.
pass.
Be authentic.
Yeah, be
okay,
authentic.
I will strive to.
I'm
be
not
authentic.
buying it. Hey,
Like
I'm
so-
not
like my
buying it.
Sunday
Hey!
gravy. But anyway,
Oh, you're right.
yeah.
It's
yeah.
it's over.
there's a 10-minute cinematic Death Stranding trailer directed by the man, the auteur, our friend and colleague,
Yep.
Our best
Yep.
friend.
Hideo
Chilling with
Kojima.
him every day.
You love him.
Yeah.
Here, come on out, Hideo.
Starring Rocco's personal Japan shopping buddy,
Yep.
Nicholas
Japan
Wyman-
shopping buddy.
Nicholas Ruffin.
Oh yeah, we actually were shopping.
He's in the trailer too.
Yeah. multiple friends, in the
Yeah.
trailer. And
Coworkers.
this Italian actor that we'll talk about whatever his role
Yeah,
is.
we'll talk about.
But
him.
us both being paisan,
Yes.
he's basically my
Yeah.
BFF. So
Oh, yeah.
multiple.
You guys are kind
friends.
of probably blood related. You just haven't figured out
What
the
kind of blood?
genealogy.
Oh no.
kind of blood, Garrett?
fuck.
Oh.
Gary.
For
Got
those
that.
again,
Got that.
not to repeat. For those who don't remember, back in the day where Soup Plantation was still around,
Yeah.
which God, I miss it. I love
Don't
Soup.
t-
Garrett did that to me.
Yeah, he did.
I squeezed him
He
and
got-
said,
He got olive oil for the salad and went, "Oh, got all." Yeah, I bet you want this. Running through got a little olive oil running through your blood, right? And squeeze my arm like that.
got a little olive oil
And
running
I
through
was
those
just
veins.
like, I was so lost in my little salad world that I'm like, okay.
And it's me in the middle being like, what
Okay.
the fuck?
He just did a little joke. And then the rest of the line, because it was like a long line to pay for it, the next 10 minutes were, hey, I don't know if that didn't land. But I'm really sorry. I hope that wasn't weird that I did that. Was that like me? The Italian joke? Was that me? It's like, no. I don't know. I'm just getting
Well, I
I'm
think
sorry. I didn't
Rocco,
really.
you had no
I didn't-
reaction to it, and I was like, "Oh my god, Garrett!" I think it made him feel
So
bad.
it was that. It
Sean
was,
shamed
it was
me.
being mute, and then everyone else going, "What?"
Why
Also,
can't
like,
you do
you
that?
know,
I was still kind of new hanging out with you guys, and I'm like, you don't touch Rocco. That's just a policy around here. Rocco's not a hugger.
Yeah, those of you who ever see Rocco at a con, he doesn't want to be touched.
We all get this at the time too, and I'm over here squeezing his fucking biceps, and he gave me a look like, "Don't fucking touch me."
Consent,
And then
please.
and then Sean's hitting me with the "Ew, Garrett."
I was like,
Oh! I thought I was about to get whacked.
Damn, you did that at the
Jeez.
plantation too.
At the-
Oh,
Wow.
you know what? It was the fucking vibes,
Yeah.
dude. The energy, the plantation.
Bad energy
Bad
at the
energy.
plantation.
Not
It
good.
was bringing out the
Evil.
colonizer. in
Oh.
me.
But yeah.
Damn.
So anyway, we share the same blood.
Yeah. You
whoever
and-
this guy is. So yeah, this trailer came out. That guy is in the trailer. This actor I haven't seen before. I don't know if he's one of the villains in it, kind of in the way that Mads was.
Yeah,
in
it
the
kind of
first one.
seems like he's orchestrating a team of skull soldiers,
Yeah.
like Mads was doing.
And I mean, just to cut to what everyone's talking about, he looks like Snake. He puts on the bandana
oh,
Yeah,
and is in a pose like, is this guy Solid Snake? What's happening?
it's wild. It's
And-
so intentionally hey,
For sure.
look at this, and then he rises from a graveyard
Yes.
as if to be resurrecting the character from the dead.
Yes.
Ties the bandana. He takes it off as a scarf and then ties it just like
Yes.
Snake.
oh wow.
Mhm.
Then fireworks go off.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I'm
That
back.
shot is amazing.
It's beautiful.
And in the lightning flashes, Haunted Mansion style he's a
Yes.
skeleton.
Yeah.
In the flash of the lightning, you see a skeleton,
Wow.
which they definitely took that from the Haunted Mansion. Yadea, we saw him at Disneyland
We
a couple
did,
years ago. All the pictures.
Mhm.
He definitely went in
I went
there.
with him.
He's looking at those paintings and he's going, I'm taking that trick.
That's
Yeah.
what he said.
I'm going to be the 1000th ghost.
You were riding
watch
two Doom buggies back with Ken Mendoza. I remember that.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right. Thank you.
Uh, But anyway, so everyone's asking what that means. I've seen some people speculate maybe he's kind of talking about maybe this game is going to kind of touch on what happened at Konami and things like that. But I kind of feel like that's already happened. I kind of feel like PT maybe kind of touched on that. Even Phantom Pain
Yeah.
maybe was kind of a little bit of commentary on that. What I think, I'm just going to say my theory
Sure.
on what's going on is you
Theorize.
see a recurring something that's brought up in the trailer is should we have connected? Like they say that in the trailer, should we have connected? I think the
Yeah.
first game was about the positivity of making connections, connecting the world, and how the internet or whatever you want to say
The
can
chiral
be
network.
can be a positive thing. Where again, how delivery men are an essential thing. How how we can help each other through
Hey,
this.
you can deliver pizzas.
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
positive stuff.
Exactly. But I think this new one is going to seems to cover the whole theory on was the internet a bad thing.
Yeah, because it
Uh,
looks like the United Cities of America that Sam rebuilt has been now disbanded, and there's like a new institution that they're calling everything. I forget what it was.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But it's like a new guard has kind of taken control of everything that they set up for the end of that first game.
And he even says in the trailer, like the U.S. had a gun culture.
Yeah.
Like it had, and it's like it's like the internet. It's like maybe these groups are finding each other and like kind of using it to do nefarious stuff and whatever. Like groups like whoever the Solid Snake looking dude has. Like he's got a whole some kind of group of evil skeleton people.
It seems to look like when you would play the missions in the first Death Stranding where Sam went to fight Mads and those like Vietnam era soldiers.
Yeah.
And then there were World War II era.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there were these different era of Mads leading a team of like, I don't know what the fuck they were, but that game is so hard to describe, right? But it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually happening. It's like Sam would go into a dream and fight the fucking soldiers, and it seems like that's what this new like Solid Snake proxy is.
Yeah,
it's like a war dream.
He was seeing certain events connected to the beach that were like certain events.
It's been
a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time since I played it, so I may have some of that incorrect. But yeah, I think there's going to be a commentary here on, again, should we have connected? It's sort of like the threatening nature of how the internet has gotten, and maybe the snake thing that you're seeing, the symbolism there is like how people won't let go of Metal Gear. Like, I'm threatening you. You better do another Metal Gear. Maybe that's kind of tied into it. I think it's going to be a commentary on the threatening nature of a connected society
because it's intentional. The design is so intentional.
Yeah,
I
think it's like Hideo's past. Yeah. Like, yo, no, you're not fucking done.
Yeah.
Do this again. I don't know. Just off the 10-minute thing, that's my guess.
There's something there. I think you're right.
But just aside from that, though, it just looked awesome. I just couldn't believe we're getting it in 3 months. That's what blows me away.
The date at the end of the trailer, it's like, like June.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck yeah. That's the best news all week.
Seriously. And, I have to say, too, like, they took the feedback. Like, I remember the first Death Stranding, they debuted, we saw the first teaser in 2016. And then it was like years of getting, another cryptic weird scene. Another cryptic weird scene. Another cryptic. And I remember I knew people who were kind of like, yo, are you going to show us what the fucking game is? Or what? Like, it was kind of, people were getting impatient with that. I think they handled this one amazing.
This had a lot of gameplay.
Well, yeah. And also like we saw it for the first time end of 2023.
Yep.
And then we didn't get shit until,
you're right.
Until a 10-minute thing now and a release date.
Yeah.
Like they really handled the anticipation, I thought, better. Like we heard about it, and then now here is when it's coming. It's 3 months away. I thought that was very well done.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. They show a very interesting looking mech.
Again, Metal Gear vibes, right?
It looks like the head of Metal Gear Rex or Sahelanthropus.
Yeah.
Which is that same kind of shape. And then you even have like the ray dome and the rail gun. They're just kind of like Yoji Shinkawa's designs kind of rearranged. And then there's this Gatai moment, this merging of like, they're taking a mech and this BT like fucking tar monster is putting it on his head. Yeah. And then it looks like your director friend is like piloting it with like a fucking Fizamech type HUD.
Your shopping buddy.
Yeah.
Your shopping bud,
We were at Disneyland too.
You guys were legit in Disneyland.
We were at Star Tours.
And at Kotobukiya, right?
No, at Mandarake.
Not Mandrake. Mandarake, guys.
Yeah.
I was recently watching the hit film Akira. Shopping at Mandarake.
Eating guacamole.
Anyway.
All is going according. What's the Death Note meme? All is going according to Kika.
That's it.
I forget.
That's it.
There's someone subtitled it where they put all is going according to, and they use the Japanese word, and then there's a subtitle above that says, Kika, whatever, means plan. It's like, just put fucking plan. And that was a meme for a little bit, but I can't remember what the word was. Johnny, if they say the word in the chat, I'll repeat it.
We'll highlight it.
What that? Keikaku. I think that's what it was.
Keikaku.
All is going according to Keikaku. You didn't need to write it like that. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm of course very excited about that.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were getting it in 3 months.
No, and I'm glad to see that some of the old characters are coming back.
Yeah.
Everything they've showed that was like brand new were like these new actors, like the Italian guy, and
Yeah.
then I think there's another actress that we hadn't seen before.
Yeah.
Revealed.
Is it
And
Dakota Fanning?
Well, Elle Fanning. Elle
Oh,
Fanning.
Elle
is
We
in
knew-
it, but
we
we knew she
smart.
was in it.
We had
Yeah.
seen her
Yeah.
before scans of her and stuff, but yeah, I think it basically made me just as curious because I still from that 10-minute trailer, it's like I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
I like that they mentioned like back to it being like we're gonna make a game about ropes and ladders and no more sticks. This is you remember he
Yeah.
pushed that like
Ropes and ladders, not sticks.
this is about helping and not hurting,
not
and-
shooting.
Yeah. But now in this trailer, there's a mention of like maybe it's time to put down the ropes and use a stick again. or
That's what I
something.
mean. They bring up gun culture, and it's like maybe this is what is needed.
And you
it's
see a
like,
lot of-
oh,
You see a lot of gunfire and actual gameplay
Yeah.
that isn't just walking with crates.
yeah,
Which really, if you think about when Death Stranding opened up and got real fun, it was a shooting game.
yeah. I mean, but they always made a point to like find ways to like,
Yeah,
oh,
you-
you're shooting your poop and pee.
yeah. That's right. Your blood.
And it's funny. I'll bring that up to people, and they're like, "You're joking." It's like, okay, play the game.
Yeah, play the game.
Play the game. Sean, your biomatter would scare off BTs, who are coming from the other side.
Right.
Yeah.
So biological matter, it could be anything, but it's easy to use poop and pee because that's just
It's free.
You're already wasting it. You
It's
know what I mean?
free.
We made
So instead
3D
of throwing
printers.
it away,
Yeah,
just
that's
like
smart.
save your shit.
You
save
got to
your
use
piss.
something. You
I
got to
say that. Save your shit.
put
But
it
now it's put to use.
Save
put it
your
in the
piss.
3D printer.
I
Shit
said it
into
to
the printer.
Kojima, and he took it literally, I guess.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So anyway, very, very, very excited on that.
Yeah.
So, but that's all I really had to say about. Yeah, it was incredible. 10 minutes. I don't really have much more to impart other than
No.
I think it's about maybe we shouldn't have maybe having everyone connected could have bad results. Maybe we were always doomed to this.
Yeah.
But we tried to not have sticks, guns, whatever, and maybe we're doomed to use that. It's just that's the way it's gonna go. I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see.
It's funny him following in. I didn't think he was ever going to deviate from this plan, but man, he just scans in actors and actresses now.
Yeah.
And we've got Doctor, a new character who has like 2 left hands,
Yeah.
which I
Deborah
didn't
Wilson.
notice. Someone had to point that out.
Same.
I was like, whoa, yeah, they hold their hand. They're 2 left hands.
That was the first thing I noticed.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Sean, do you remember we watched Train to Busan for
Yes.
remember there was like that big guy?
Yeah.
Months ago showed he got to visit Kojima Productions. Cool. And then in this trailer, there he is in the full
Yeah.
Bridges suit or
Yeah.
whatever, like talking to him. It's like he just scans
I
in.
feel
everything he
like
likes.
the worst thing that you could have done is to go to Kojima Productions because I just keep seeing Rocco's definitely in the game. Rocco for sure, 100% confirmed is in the game.
Well,
We'll see.
we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, if
what happens,
I'm
huh?
not
Keep on
I'm
keeping
not
on.
joking when I say this. If Rocco's in the game and he
Uh-huh.
was scanned and didn't tell me, I will be mad. I
You
will
will?
be mad at you. Yeah, I'll be happy.
You'll be happy for him?
No,
Yeah, I thought you'd be stoked.
I would be
It's like
happy.
the Twitter hoodie all over
Yeah.
again.
I wouldn't be happy for you. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you would have told me, hey, while I was there, they scanned me. I want to be in the game. Don't tell anyone. Then I'm happy for you. But
What if
now,
he signed an NDA?
Well, let me just tell you, I definitely signed an NDA.
Yeah.
There's still stuff I saw there that hasn't
No
been
one
in
knows.
any of this stuff.
and he hasn't said a word for the record, but if he's in that fucking game, if he was in the trailer, I would not be on this podcast. I'd be like, fuck off.
Can we go to Kev Cam real quick? The only thing that was
Uh-oh.
appropriate was Don Knotts' face.
Uh-oh.
I think that
Not
if this motherfucker shows up in Death Stranding 2, know that our 25-year friendship is over.
Oh my god.
what if it's something embarrassing like Sam, I need my venereal disease medication.
I don't care.
Sam, my herpes complex.
Doesn't matter.
Even if it's something embarrassing and
No.
they fucked him over, you would
Nothing's more embarrassing than having one of my best friends be in a game and him not tell me about it. Fuck that.
damn. You got to be in Scribble Knots.
He knew.
He knew.
He knew.
He knew.
Well, I guess.
Were you mad when you
See?
went into the Red Dead the hotel in Valentine and Jack was like, Howdy, partner.
Happy for him.
You didn't know though, and then you were like, oh, "That's Jack's voice."
I knew. I'm like, oh, good for Jack and Jeff because
Why weren't you mad? They didn't tell you.
Because we haven't been best friends for 25 years.
Okay. He's finding this out now. Sorry, Jack.
I'm not. I'm just. They're friends, friendly to me, but
Colleagues.
Like
But Rocco's close. He's a
I
brother.
see Rocco every day.
He's like a brother.
See, I was bitter about the Rockstar thing. When I played Red Dead and heard the Rooster Teeth guys' voices, I was like, oh man, that would have been so cool to
I know.
do we know anyone at Rockstar? And then I went to Kevin and I went to the Red Dead concert that they did in LA, which that was so cool. I still think about that. They only did that once. Yep. That was so cool. And multiple Rockstar people. Oh, Mega64, how's it going? And I was like,
San Diego
good to see you, but where was this? 2 years ago when you were recording voices? Should have been me.
Now, I will say that
they're in San Diego too.
they are in San Diego.
That was
right here.
We're right
made
here.
by Rockstar San Diego.
That would have been an afternoon for us. And again, you don't have to pay us. Good morning. That's all I need to say.
Yeah.
You get that one for free.
That was on the house.
Don't shoot my dog.
Yeah. He's just a boy.
Yeah. You're
Well,
good.
no, they're not doing that now. They're doing GTA 6. So say stuff for GTA 6.
Give me your money.
Holy shit.
Hey, why'd you hit me with your car? That wasn't good.
Saca la bolsita.
Is that a prostitute?
Ew.
Ew. Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, this is an airport. Please turn your car around. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's a body. Yeah, that's a dead body.
Hey, you're not gonna fly that helicopter, are you? Oh, you are.
We have a 1092 in progress. Code blue.
What do you need all that money for? I'm afraid to ask.
All right.
These are all free.
Rockstar, chop those up. You have full permission.
We're not going to be like
any of you at home, you don't get permission.
No.
You can't use that audio. Don't remix it.
No, that's
No,
private.
we will fucking give you the legal smackdown. That was for Rockstar.
I know you guys are having trouble with that Florida Joker, but I'll put some tattoos on my face. Scam me and we'll call it even.
Call it a day.
Don't work with that guy. He's a pain in the ass.
But for real though, I think that we are underutilized. We could be little cameos.
Oh yeah.
We're not as big as Jeff or Jack.
Yeah.
But we're closer.
Yeah.
Did you ever consider that?
We haven't peaked yet because we could be in GTA 7. They might just be waiting.
Yeah, I'm still holding my breath for GTA 6. I might get a phone call. Like, okay, Sean, come on in.
They might.
We'll delay the game a little more to put you in it. It's fine.
little delay. Slight delay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Death Stranding, very excited about it.
Yeah,
all
in
set.
A couple months.
So
cool. There's no games on my horizon but that.
Well,
there's nothing.
But here's the thing. I will say on my end.
Okay.
We are really only a couple weeks away from the big Switch 2
it took
announcement.
long enough. Ugh.
We heard they very casually just threw that out the door. Oh yeah, there's Switch 2. Okay. Come back in April.
Yeah.
And then it's already almost April, and that's when we're gonna see the games and stuff like that. They are predicting, I forget what paper it was. I had it here, but there are analysts now that are predicting you know what? No, I have it right here. I can find it. But they are saying that they're predicting that the price is probably going to be $400.
That's too much money.
400 plus.
No, it's not.
That's about. I mean, they were trying to stick to the 300 thing for so long, but it's been 8 years.
Yeah. Well, if it's $499, that sucks. If it's $399, okay.
I think it's going to be that. Is that what you?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be $399.
I think they're going to do whatever they can.
That sounds
to
reasonable.
keep it at that.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Because $449 already starts to sound a little okay, but at $399, people will do it. I can't find it, but they were predicting it could be. They're saying this. A lot of people are predicting it's going to be the biggest video game launch or one of the biggest launches in entertainment history.
Why?
Why already
The Switch
predicting
2?
that?
Yes. Because if you look at how many people adopted the Switch 1 and how much the Switch 2 has gotten
Hyped?
yeah, and you kind of like cultivate or navigate through all that online, you're going to have that many people. You're going to have the entire world wanting to buy a $400 thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That might be one of the biggest
Do you think they'll hit
launches ever.
Christmas? They'll hit Q4 this year?
Oh, I think it'll be out before that. I think we're gonna get it by summer or fall or something.
Really?
Oh,
And then
yeah.
they'll be in mass production for all the
For
big
Christmas.
Christmas
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
holiday rushes. Okay.
They're doing those events where you can play it. Yeah, it was Bloomberg that said all this. They anticipate the biggest launch in game industry history.
Jeez.
Jeez.
But I don't think that's unreasonable because I keep thinking about that too. When they showed it the first time, I was like, everyone I know got a Switch. People I
Yeah.
know who never played games were like, oh, I need.
It was a
Switch,
pandemic, man. You needed to have
It was
a
before the
Switch
pandemic,
Yeah.
though.
It was big before that, but the pandemic drove it
higher.
to me.
Yeah.
Even for people who were like not buying consoles, were like, well, I'm going to get a Switch.
Yeah, I'm stuck here.
And I agree. I think this is going to be. I think they said they're making a ton of them. I think this is going to be hard to get because I just feel like everyone wants to get it at a level. PS5 was huge, but even that, I knew a ton of
Yeah.
people that were like, I'm waiting. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. I'm going to wait on this.
There
But-
wasn't a lot of games. Well, that's kind of how I feel about the Switch news. It's like, yo, what's the system seller?
Yeah. But I may, and maybe people out there, you tell me if I'm wrong. I kind of feel like with Switch 2, it doesn't matter. I feel like people are going to be like,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
getting it
the new
regardless.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do want to know what it's launching with. I still think, I mean, they already showed that Mario Kart, so I think that's like a given.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8
Kart.
back in action.
Yeah, but anyway, there's been a lot of talk that they're thinking it's going to be over 400, but it could still be. It might be the biggest launch ever, and I thought that was crazy. Just
Yeah,
seeing
it's
that.
crazy.
So we're only a couple weeks away. I can't believe that. That was
I
very-
really hope that my Pro controllers work for this. I would like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember if they said anything.
Have
don't
they?
think-
Have
I
they
know
finalized?
games they did, but
Yeah, they finalized the hardware. The games do fit in the slot.
the very first trailer
Yeah.
was like your Switch One, all that stuff.
all backwards compatible. That's great.
But yeah,
But yeah, we know the I still call them Wiimotes, but the Joy-Cons are different.
Yes.
They're magnetic, and
That's cool.
yeah, I think that's a cool upgrade. I was impressed. Being a fan of just gaming hardware, like yeah, I'll probably buy it at launch, even if there is no software to play on it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Nintendo is at that level for me. I'm like, well, yeah, it's the new Nintendo.
I'll get around to
not, like,
beating.
not gonna do
Yeah,
that.
that's a must. That's a must buy
Yeah,
for sure. No question.
Anyway, that's all. I just saw that and I was excited.
Well, I know that we have gone a little longer than we thought. We got more addiction talk than I was ready for. I know there's other things you want to talk about
We're
as
very
well. I don't know if you want to
addicted.
save it for the post show or if we should.
We did start very late, so
We did.
We got
But I also
I
feel
know.
like we're probably at least we're far into it.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know if you want to switch gears and go over to there or you want to keep going.
I just wanted to share something I was excited about.
go for it.
Okay.
Why I wore this hoodie? I wore today. This came out when Avatar: The Way of Water came out. It's Heat Vision.
are those whales?
No, and they're not Tolkien
God,
either.
I'm so sick of you,
1
Barry.
and 2.
Oh, sorry,
They're
Tulku.
skim wings. It's like Heat Vision skim
Yeah,
wings.
duh.
I'm wearing this in honor of. Well, first of all, I wanted to get this when the original movie came out, but it was
course.
so expensive.
Oh yeah.
But
Well,
now
I can see why.
there's a million on eBay
Yeah.
that they're just giving away because
Whoa,
no one
crazy.
wanted it.
Oh,
I don't-
what?
I don't know why.
Authentic Navi braids on the pull string for the hood.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Do you see that Navi
That
braids?
is a
Whoa.
cool.
I should have worn it like this the whole
That
show.
Damn,
should be
dude.
taller.
That is a
Oh no!
It's like a cone head.
that is a big ass hood.
Oh my god!
No,
You'll be warm as fuck.
there was we got a little news nugget this week. Avatar 3, the Fire and Ash.
Sea Bear. I'm gonna call it Sea Bear till the day I die.
I know it bugs me they didn't stick with that title.
Yeah, real
Avatar 3
mistake.
Fire and Ash, James Cameron just confirmed a little longer than Way of Water. We are getting a runtime a little higher.
Great.
And more runtime equals better than.
Yep.
So I would just wanted to share that I was excited about that.
I'm
That
happy
was
to hear
great
that for
news.
you. Happy for you.
Yeah,
Thank
happy.
you.
Happy.
So we're all going to be there this December.
Get our money's worth.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was just excited to hear that. Yeah, I just aside from that,
Yeah.
really didn't want to. Yeah, I mean, I would love to bring up. I would love to go into maybe even just briefly Severance
Mhm.
talk. Maybe we'll save that. Yeah, maybe we'll do that in the post-show clarity.
Okay.
Again, find that on Patreon. If you're watching this on YouTube, find that segment and you can watch it on Patreon.
We're gonna not spoil last night's episode. So
yeah,
don't
we're not going
worry.
to spoil last night's episode, but we
I haven't
haven't,
finished it.
haven't really talked about the show that much, so maybe we
Yeah.
can a little bit. I also wanted to apologize to the victims of last week's Taco Bell discussion.
Oh,
Thank you.
We had a lot of people reach out
Was you,
that
Matt?
was a painful experience for them.
I loved it.
And
Yeah, I had a
I'm
good time.
Sorry, we only covered it because they did that event, which we just thought was funny. It was
Yeah, they
an
did a keynote.
Apple keynote
Yeah.
for Taco Bell, but a lot of people outside the U.S. were very vocal that they couldn't. I think maybe they couldn't understand the American mindset on
Maybe
Grind
they were
set is what I
jealous.
call it.
Yeah, neither are jealous.
It might have
didn't
been
get it.
born out of jealousy.
But is that why we
I would-
we removed Kevin?
Yes,
so Kevin's
this week.
gone.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm gone.
He said he can't. He
Well-
can't stop talking about it. So we just
The
Okay.
funny thing was, we really did get a lot of feedback that was like that. I wish you wouldn't have done that Taco Bell segment. It went like half an hour. But what was funny was
Made me
every
hungry.
time it was every single thing we got about it was about how Rocco was to blame.
Well,
That it was like-
That was baffling.
Rocco always wants to talk about food. He's always fucking turning it into fast food. Why is he doing that? Guys, we had the Taco Bell expert, Kevin, was on the set. This
Yeah.
was
He led the
watch
discussion.
the footage again.
yeah. So be mad at
He's
Kevin.
reading. Yes. That's
why he's
all.
gone.
The only reason I wanted to bring this up is please direct hate at Kevin. It's not always. It's not always me. I'm always
Please.
catching the bullets for these things.
Yeah.
He's the Taco Bell enthusiast, and you could see the jubilance on his face.
It's like you're the meme of the little kid sleeping and then the soldier shielding him all
Yeah.
the bullets. That's you.
Covering.
It's like Kevin dreaming of Taco Bell and then Rocco's like, I don't think so.
Take all those
With
knives.
knives in his back.
I can't. You know, I can't. I can't save Gotham every time. But I'm sorry that it comes off that way. If I'm turning too many things into food. But that was Kevin's fault. That one was Kevin's fault. And I
I'll
just
take
wanted
blame
to
for
fuck you
make
for
that clear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
No more
Um,
fast food
Do you have
discussions.
any before we go? Any PO box stuff?
Oh, any goodies?
Any goodies?
No.
Nothing.
No, I'll tell you. You don't need to ask.
I don't need.
I'll let you know.
Any goodies for
Any
me?
goodies I can have? Okay.
We're still a couple months away from PAX East, and that still bums me out. I wish it was now.
I
I'm
know.
like ready to
Yeah.
do
I'm
it
wearing
now.
my
I'm re-
jacket,
I'm
ready,
ready
to
to
be
go.
into it.
But
The weather's
I'm
cold.
still every time we do it, hoping that the guy who said that at our booth comes back.
Yeah.
Any goodies I could have?
Goodies?
Like
can have.
because I want to do you know how much we quote you?
Yeah,
you
literally.
have no idea.
Like weekly at least once. Do you have any goodies I can
We
have?
never during the 64 hours phase. We never did any goodies I can have shirt, but I can imagine in my head, and it would have been a good one. I would
Yeah.
wear it. I still will.
Well, anyway, before we wrap up, I just want to once again let everyone know. Join us next week. I don't think we're gonna have like a podcast at a regular time. when
No,
we,
because we'll be
like,
streaming
live
all
stream.
night. Yeah.
Yeah, but join us instead for a special event Friday, March 21st, starting at 4 p.m. Pacific for Mega64's Stroke of Vidnight.
Yes.
Vidnight Massacre, if you will, where
Mhm.
we're gonna make in real time conceive, film, make a ton of videos. I still don't know if we're gonna like edit them on the thing. That's usually a more boring process, so I don't know. But they might
some of
be
these
be
videos
simple enough
are
that you
so
could.
simple that I bet we could.
Maybe you
Yeah,
could.
yeah.
Like again, the personal channel video era.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was just the simplest idea.
Yeah,
Film
yeah.
it, done.
Just a one-take thing.
A lot
upload it.
of them
Okay,
for one
move on.
shot anyway.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
A lot of them were.
And we
So-
can hang out in the back of the editing room, like while
Yeah.
someone's
You
working
know,
on
yeah,
something.
maybe if you guys are doing like, oh, you have a video idea and it's just you two, I could be on my Mac right here,
Yeah.
like, editing
Yeah.
it. You know,
Yeah.
we'll see. But
And I
I'm
don't think
excited.
it's not going to be like the 64-day stuff we do where they write the thing. But I also can imagine that maybe like, hey, what's a good punchline? And maybe just ask them for like,
Yeah.
I'll ask for feedback, but we're not going to write the skit based on what the chat thinks. We're going to make
Yeah.
our own. I already have one prop ready to go
Oh,
that I
good.
am so excited for.
Oh,
You
really?
showed this to me.
I showed this
I
to.
don't know if I remember.
No, I haven't
No,
showed
it's
you.
a secret.
I haven't showed you. I don't know where the video is gonna. I don't know what the video is going to be. I just know I have this prop and it's gonna be fucking dope. So
you know how it's going to start.
yeah, I know it's how to start. I have no idea where it's going, and
That's-
maybe we'll figure that out.
That's what
the
these
night
nights
of.
were always about.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I brought this. I found a straw that was 3 feet long. Let's film a video about it. And I don't know what it's gonna be though. Anyways, fun times.
You know what? I was going to show something I got this week, And I think I might save it for the video. I might have a video concept on
Okay,
this.
all right.
I found a cool tape.
Okay.
But this might be video worthy, so
All right.
I will refrain.
So come see us, hang out next Friday. It's going to be a fucking awesome time. I'm really looking forward to it. And thanks for being here. And now for the closing song, we have Sean Chatfield to sing for you.
God, we had
more of it.
Hasn't he had enough?
Yeah. Take a rest.
Well, we had some fun. We shared a laugh. Garrett messed up and a couple gaffes. Johnny is here, but he's got to go. And Meg, thanks for being on our podcast show.
Thank you.
Rocco, your hood is so high. And now it's time to say goodbye.